What's your name? How old are you? I'm 9 years old and my name is Celine. You really are 9 years old. This is my dream. Want to be on America's Got Talent? Celine Tam, a young singer who is so talented she has won hearts all over the world. She became well known for her act on the 2017 season of America's Got Talent. Celine's musical journey began when she was a child, and her father, Dr. Steve Tam, who taught music, was her master. One thing that made Celine stand out from other singers was her emotional performances and strong voice. This is what made her an instant hit. The judges and the audience were blown away by her tryout when she sang "My Heart Will Go On" by Celine Dion. This led to a golden buzzer moment that put her in the national spotlight, even though her father's involvement in her career caused some controversy. Celine is on a trip. Show how strong you can be with ability, determination, and the love of your family as she continues to follow her dream of becoming a musician. This is the story of Celine Tam. It is one of determination, debate, and huge hope. Start in Hong Kong in the early days. Early on in the process, there are millions of fans all over the world whose names are Celine Tam, and she has been able to captivate audiences with her acts. Born in Hong Kong, China, on November 22, 2007, her singing is so beautiful that many people are amazed by how talented she is. The story of Celine is not only about how good she is at singing, but also about the things she did to support her family and how strong she is on the inside. Even though she had a hard time growing up in Hong Kong, a city with a lot of culture and life, a mix of Eastern and Western society was all around Celine. In Celine Tam's early artistic experiences, Western styles were most common. These styles would later have a big impact on her own style. The person who got Celine interested in music at a young age was her father, Dr. Steve Tam, who was a famous music teacher and the founder of Sing and You Music Center. Celine grew up in a home where people talked and played music together all the time. Celine's end seems to have been planned from the start. She learned the words to every song her father played. Dr. Tam, who knew a lot about music, saw his daughter's raw talent from a very young age. He did not wait for her to become fully skilled before developing her talent. Instead, he started working on her skills as soon as he realized she had a unique voice. It's impossible to say enough about how much Dr. Tam cares about his daughter's creative growth. He taught Cel all the complicated parts of singing himself and made sure she practiced every day, getting better at singing and learning other skills needed for performance. Although Celine's family loved and supported her, it was their love and support that helped her ability grow. During this time, daughter's musical schooling didn't change. Music has always been more than a hobby, it's been a way of life. There were many places for Celine to learn music when she was young because she lived in a busy city. She could go to a lot of different music venues where young people who wanted to be singers got together to share their love of the art form. Celine could learn about music at these places, which were run by her father and were full of energy and drive. Work with other young artists who share your interests and improve your skills together with them. Being around people her own age helped her improve her singing and give her the confidence she needed to perform in front of bigger crowds. The first step into the spotlight for the big break Celine's life took a big turn when she was 5 years old and her parents split up. Her parents entered her in a singing competition called Let's Sing Kids. It was a turning point in her career because she was so young. The judges were blown away by her amazing vocal range, emotional depth, and stage presence. Her performance was mesmerizing, and it was the start of her journey to becoming a famous singer. Saul found her niche as a young talent to watch as her fame grew after she won the competition. It not only got her praise, but also helped her find her place. With the goal of giving Celine even more chances to show off her skills on a bigger stage, her family made sure that she had new tasks and performances all the time. She never gave up on her dream of becoming a famous and respected actress. It was hard for the singer to concentrate because she lived in Hong Kong, a city known for being busy and competitive. Every day she had to deal with stress and distractions, even though she was under pressure from the outside world. She was able to stay focused and determined to make a name for herself in the world because Celine was always devoted to her singing. Her rise to fame in her city was only the start of what she would do. 2014 was a year that saw another. Celine reached an important milestone when she was invited to perform on the international stage on the show Little Big Shots. This was a great chance for the young singer, and they performed You Raised Me together with fellow child star Jeffrey Lee. Their duet was a highlight of Celine's early career, and it brought her fame beyond Hong Kong and introduced her to a wider global audience. For the people in the crowd, it was a turning point that set the stage for her future successes. She tried out for America's Got Talent, even though she had already done a lot in her work. Celine Tam tried out for the 12th season of America's Got Talent AGT in 2017 when she was only 9 years old. At this point, she really broke through. Celine was already well known as a popular performer, and to the other hand, she would have to deal with more competition and attention in the United States. This American talent show, which is known for featuring some of the most amazing talents from around the world, gave Celine the perfect chance to show off her skills to a larger audience. The first sounds of My Heart Will Go On were played, and Celine walked out on stage with a sense of confidence. What an amazing experience it was for her to try. Celine had perfect vocal control, delivered her emotions deeply, and was able to express the song's heartbreaking message beyond her years. Both the crowd and the judges were mesmerized by how beautifully and powerfully she sang Celine Dion's famous song. And poised from the very first note, it was clear that Celine had a truly unique voice. She had perfect control over her voice. Got her a standing ovation, and even Simon Cowell, who is known for being tough, looked impressed by how talented the young singer was. The most memorable part of that audition was when guest judge Lever Fox pressed the golden buzzer, moving Celine straight to the live shows because he was moved by her performance. It was possible for Celine to make it to the live shows. This turning point in Celine's life changed it forever. Celine was now on her way from the busy streets of Hong Kong to the bright lights of America's Got Talent. Her interview went viral overnight, and millions of people around the world learned about this beautiful young girl with a voice like an angel. The AGT journey triumphs, successes, and challenges marked the start of Celine's journey. During the time she was on America's Got Talent, it was impossible to look away from Celine's acts. She showed how good a singer she was by singing Mariah Carey classics that went from one style to another with ease. At every performance, Celine's wide vocal range, flawless skill, and maturity as an artist showed that she could connect with the crowd. Whitney Houston was one of the acts she sang with. You could hear her audience in every note she sang, and her voice moved people, not just because of her skill, but also because of her passion and dedication to her art. Even though she was a huge hit on the show, Celine's journey had some rough spots, just like the lives of many other young artists. She got a lot of bad feedback from the judges, who questioned her ability to. It was hard for Celine to deal with the stresses of being popular, and rumors spread that she might be biased. This was because her performances often got more attention than those of some of the other contestants. Even with everything going on, Celine stayed focused on her goal. She had a lot of help from her family, especially her father, which gave her the strength to keep going. Celine did great on stage, even after she didn't win America's Got Talent. Her appearance on the show was a turning point in her career. It put her in the global spotlight and helped her build a loyal fan group that keeps growing every day. Millions of people fell in love with her performance, and it inspired a lot of young singers around the world to follow their dreams. Through her hard work and dedication, Celine showed that age doesn't matter when it comes to raw talent and passion. Behind the scenes, things are a lot more difficult. A tough family situation and a dynamics. As Celine's career on American Idol grew, her family dynamics started to change. People's attention. As the attention turned to Celine, it also turned to her father, Celine Tam, who was also her manager and vocal teacher. Some people said he was taking advantage of Celine's ability for personal gain by helping her career, which caused a lot of controversy. These claims, along with his well-known part in Celine's journey, added to the debate. Public discussion about the morality of parents managing their children's jobs in the entertainment industry. Some critics said Celine Tam's professional credentials, or lack thereof, made them doubt his ability to effectively guide Celine's career. While he said he had a PhD in business administration, many people were skeptical about whether or not his qualifications were real. Were enough to get through the complicated music business, but the dispute got even worse when local star Nancy Sitt said that Steve had taken students from her art center. This made people even more angry at his work habits, even though they had already been criticized. Unwavering in his support, Steve T didn't change. He made it clear that Celine had always loved singing and acting, and that his only goal was to help her develop her skills, not use them for his own gain. Despite this, people still had mixed feelings about Steve. Many continued to wonder about his goals and how things were going. He claimed that his main job was to encourage his daughter's love of music and help her grow as an artist. As Celine builds her career, the argument over whether Celine Tam has crossed the line between being a supportive parent and an opportunistic parent is not likely to go away. It has to do with her father's involvement in her life, of their relationship as father and daughter, of Celine Tam's future, and of how she will deal with fame and family while building her business. Concerning the nature of child fame and the pressures that come with it, the manager brings up important moral issues. On the other hand, Celine's amazing ability has won her devoted fans. Even though she has had a lot of problems along the way, she has been frustrated by the constant attention on her family's role in her business. Celine Tam is more talented than ever before. Her music is impossible to ignore. Individuals in the crowd who are genuinely excited about music. It's possible that the moral debate about Celine's father's part will continue, but Celine's future in the entertainment business looks very bright. It would be an understatement to say that Celine has won her place among the stars of the music world. People who have seen her act, especially how she sang "My Heart Will Go On," will never forget it. She has touched the hearts of millions of people in ways that will last forever, and her impact goes far beyond what she has done. In conclusion, Celine's story shows how to be strong, persistent, and dedicated to your work, and it can be used as an example by young artists all over the world. This is the story of Celine Tam's rise to fame, which is both happy and sad. The hard times she went through, from her humble beginnings in Hong Kong to her unforgettable acts on America's Got Talent, are shown in this video. The things that will eventually define Celine are her amazing voice and her love of music, even though the problems with her father may still affect how people see her. Celine's journey shows how ability, family, and hard work can bring people together. As a gift, there's no doubt that Celine Tam will remain a major figure in the music world for many years to come, even as she continues to deal with the challenges of fame.